zone.
I'm
Touchdown.
yeah.
This time with a lot of time. Was that ball intercepted? It was!
Hello everyone and welcome to Scheels Field here at MSUM's Alex Nemzik Stadium for a brand new show called The Dragon Way. I'm John Webby, Web King. The Dragon Way is all about the path of Dragon football to recent success under head coach Steve Lockway, but also the process and culture of the program behind the scenes. We'll break down some of the most important home games in the Lockway era and then add brand new commentary from Coach Lockway, assistant coaches, and we'll even bring back some featured alumni for a perspective into the program like never before. Before we begin, we have to thank our loyal and committed sponsors that make all of this possible and encourage all of you sitting at home to do business with them to help the Dragon community grow. Affinity Plus, Federal Credit Union, Bell Bank, Brand Folk, BSN Sports, Buffalo Wild Wings, Bite Speed, Courtyard by Marriott, Herbert & Gerbert's, Forum Communications, Gate City Bank, Matt Bus, Microtel and Travelodge, Midco, Papa John's, Pepsi, Richard's Transportation, Rustica, Sanford Health, Scheels, Shucks Bus Service, Spicy Pie, State Farm Agent David Eggers, TAC Music Venue, Travel Incorporated, and of course, Minnesota State University Moorhead. Once again, thank you to all of the sponsors that make this possible. And again, we encourage all of you sitting at home to support them as well so we can all grow together. Now, it's time for the show. Let's send it to your host in the virtual world, Steve DeStatio.
Thank you, Not Live Webby, and welcome to the Dragon Way. I'm your host, Steve DeStatio. Quick reminder to those of you watching live on WDAY Extra or the Dragons Digital Network, open up your MSUM Dragons app and then open up the Dragon Way event to check in right now for rewards points. And if you hit the prize portal button, you can play our show-specific mid-code trivia game for extra bonus points. Play along live with the Dragons app while you watch The Dragon Way. Tonight, we'll watch the Dragons open up the 2015 season and premiere Scheels Field at Alex Nemzik Stadium against Winona State. Let's say hello to the coach, Steve Lockway, and assistant coaches Wade Youngbloom and Abe Rourke, and our two special guests for this episode. Let's welcome in Zane Medhog and Dan Grandy. How you guys doing?
Good.
Zane, what have you been up to since scoring touchdowns for the Dragons?
I currently live down in Minneapolis right now, Steve, and I work at a gym in Plymouth, helping train high school, middle school athletes.
Dan?
I moved back home to Candu. I currently am the North Star head coach as of this year. Got married, and we got a puppy this last weekend, so running a little low on sleep.
Congratulations, and thanks again for joining us. Let's look at the career stats of these two guys, Spring and Coach Lockway. And you know the questions, Coach. What do these guys mean, maybe more so off the field than their terrific careers on the field?
Yeah, obviously they helped us on the field, but I think when you look at what they brought to our team, you know, the other 350 days of the year that we aren't playing a game was just phenomenal. I think Daniel and kind of epitomized what being a great teammate was, what investing into others and helping them reach their potential as much as he wanted to reach his own and encourage others. I think Zane was one of those guys that was always rock steady. He was never too up, never too down. You couldn't really phase him. He could handle anything that came his way. And I think that steadiness is something that you need as a team, because sometimes you can get too high or you can get too low over wins and losses. And I think he always kind of brought that lunch pail mentality to work and got after it. And that was a good thing for our team off the field.
Outstanding. Let's set the ground rules once again. Everybody but me, go figure, has selected one play to highlight in this game. It can be anything at any time, and Coach Lockway will pick his play of the game. Let's start with the first quarter of the 2015 Dragons season opener for the first time on the new turf versus Winona State. It's sponsored by Midco. Let's go.
Fumbles the football. Corey Ambrose in motion on 2nd and 11.
Good first play for that's Jake Hodge style right there. Fumble the football on the first one, huh?
Wasn't
Then we
it?
followed it.
Finally understand now being a head coach what it's like trying to script your first few plays.
You see him go like that, you got to be feeling like you're pretty great, right?
Makes you feel like you're a terrible coach.
Wants to go up top, throws complete, 188 yards.
I will say overall wasn't a great start for us, but at least not offensively, but really not defensively. Really, we lucked out of some things, but we didn't get rattled. That was the good news.
Mike's with time, throws complete near side. With running room on the near side.
Aaron didn't get any faster over the years either there.
He definitely looked faster when we were watching the 2013 games, that's for sure.
Mike Strand's first game at free safety, wasn't it, this one?
Yeah, he had a little tough game. He ended up with a lot of tackles, I think, but it was a lot of this number 14 or 12 or whatever that guy was. That dude had a good game.
He had a lot of attempts tackles too.
You got to hold the record, right, for most attempted tackles in a Dragon uniform.
I think it's in the books.
They give the ball to Darrell Clark.
Huge play here. I mean, this is awesome.
And the Dragons come up with it.
Drew Lingle
dodged a big-time bullet. Lingo got it, didn't he?
Yeah, he forced it, and then Garrett recovered it.
Gave up our endorsement. The next play, we got a fumble ball, pops loose.
Yeah, you talk about not breaking, just bending, right, and then finding a way in the red zone, whatever it is.
They give it to Zane Medhog, looking for the corner, got it. He'll give the Dragon running back.
Hodge maybe should have kept that one. I don't think he got touched.
It's Medhog, and he's in trouble.
Their defense must have been pretty good this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were pretty tough this year.
They got some big dudes.
Hodge had to have taken sliding lessons in the offseason.
I think they actually took 5 minutes out of their practice to work on it.
There we go.
We did actually work on sliding, and we had to practice sliding.
I remember almost getting in a fight with him because he slid at me, practice. And I was like, "What are you doing? I'm not gonna touch you anyways." And then his excuse was, "We got to practice it." So
I think a lot of it, if I remember correctly, was cleats up like a baseball player was coming in at you.
Yeah.
We did have to do that. That's right.
Yeah, this route was tough on us. They kept hitting that under route.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Off the motion, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, in a couple different ways. They did a good job of scheming us up.
I remember D-line wise, we definitely tried to move it really in the game.
D-line overall played pretty well.
Yeah.
This quarterback was tough for them too.
Right. Sheldon and Chris both had good games too.
Yeah.
I mean, they played well.
Rolling, looking, throwing,
Here we go, Webby. This is my one play. All right, so we got ourselves down in a situation again where we're down. They're down, got the ball inside the 5, and they ended up running a boot pass here to the guy that they've already targeted a good handful of times. Thankfully, this time, he decided to not catch it and tip it up, and tips and overthrows are what DBs live for, and our guy Chris Binford coming up with a huge pick. I mean, you see the last 2 drives, they could have easily been up 14 rip real quick, and that's probably not the start. That start could have hurt us quite a bit as a team. So the defense coming up huge here and getting two quick turnovers inside the red zone is awesome. And I mean, Chris was a senior this year. He wanted to play a big time game, and
he played a great game this one too.
Anybody see Rademacher about to decleat him if he ran out of the end zone?
Yeah. Because you know Chris was thinking that too.
Right.
Here's some running room. He'll get the first down.
Finally got a hole to run through, Zane. You're kind of sacrificed there on the first 2 drives without any room.
Couple good plays in a row with some space.
You just got to take what they give you.
Kane, this was Kane's debut, right?
Yep.
The 10-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground, and
Yeah, Kane and Herm both got their first carries in this game.
Except Coach Lockway had given up on him. He kept recruiting him. He got him here, and Kane yesterday.
This is the first game we started doing some of that jet sweep with some of that power read motions. I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing. Took us a while to get rolling.
Right.
So wide open.
Carr with running room gets taken down.
Hodge must have got bumped out there.
I can't remember if that was designed for him to be in that series or if we had an injury to Hodge.
Now 6-7 as Aaron Bolt blitzing.
Oh, Booney.
And it's Cox. He's got some running room. Another missed tackle. Cox
Boonified.
Yeah.
Big Bussy making tackles downfield. That guy did that more times than people actually remember.
That was the end of the first quarter, Coach. And I mean, you look at the numbers that Winona State put up, and like Wade said, it could have been 14-0 in a heartbeat. How the heck did you guys survive? Nothing.
A little bit of Scheels Field opening day luck, I think, on that standpoint. They're inside the 10 twice and turned it over. So I think, that horseshoe we buried in that end zone down there for good luck, I think, helped us out. So to be 0-0 at the end of the first quarter, honestly, is a huge win for us, I would say, given how it went.
End of 1, tied at none. I promise you points before the night is over. You're watching the Dragon Way.
When you get a news membership, you get all access. What does all access mean? For one low subscription rate, you can read and view all of the 20-plus Forum Communications news brands, including exclusive members-only live streams and virtual events. Simply become a member to get all your local and regional news from all of our online news sites, e-papers, apps, and more. Discover the benefits of all access membership today.
Prosperity is today's investment in tomorrow's promise, the promise of a better way of life. With every act of kindness, every act of creation, and with every act of love, we strengthen our community. And when we stand together as a community, we accomplish the impossible. We can choose to pass through life, or we can choose to pass on a better way of life.
Before I became a real boy, life was easy. I didn't have to do anything. I just sat there doing sandwich stuff. But man, being alive is so hard. So if you don't want to get up out of bed to get a sandwich, you shouldn't have to. The sheer effort it takes just for basic life functions like breathing has earned you the right to have someone bring that sandwich to you. Your struggle is not lost on us. Have a sandwich, you hero.
Powerful and playful, delicate and precise, bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family, to provide options beyond the expected, to help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Just looking back on myself freshman year to who I am currently, it's a complete transformation.
You walk around campus all the time, you see friendly faces, you see smiling faces, and people really, really love being here.
For me personally, I was able to get the experience and the knowledge that I needed to be successful.
I've had a pretty long journey to get here. Went to community college, changed majors, and MSUM has transformed my life just incredibly.
Welcome back to the Dragon Way. I'm Steve DeStacio. Winona State and the Dragons tied at 0. Here's the second quarter. Sponsored by Midco. Let's go.
Bring a little bit of pressure here.
Yeah, we needed some momentum. I mean, obviously we got those 2 turnovers, but we weren't feeling great as a defense, I don't think, after them driving on us like that twice.
I don't think anyone is feeling good at this point, but we're living lucky.
Good PBU, Abe. Great job.
Oh,
and a big run.
I thought we weren't going to compliment him tonight.
Yeah, you can see my head getting bigger. Pretty soon it's just going to fill this screen.
Probably won't be any other plays to say anything about. So
he's going to catch that one.
Yeah.
Ball hit him in the hands.
You don't see him miss very many of those ones.
That's why I can chirp him for it.
Right? Oh, he kind of laid down the guy there.
Not many running backs get balls like that thrown.
How about Benny right there?
Throwing it in.
Benny.
Little play.
He swears he wasn't 135 pounds.
Nice hit, Abe. Whoever you knocked over from our own team.
Yeah, he was in the way.
Friendly fire.
Crossing route, killing us.
Yeah. It didn't matter what coverage we were in, we had a heck of a time picking it up.
Yep.
That dude had a heck of a game, but he dropped a couple that were like crucial first downs or touchdown.
Right.
Play.
Well, yeah, the tipped Wade's play, right? That Chris ended up picking off.
We're just blitzing everybody.
Oh yeah.
Well, this guy, I remember he wasn't very mobile, but his arm was something else.
Yeah, he could sling it.
Same play.
A big 4th down stop.
Is that Jerry?
Jerry Ray.
Jerry Ray.
That's a big time play right there now.
There you go.
There we go. Kane, that Richland County running right there.
Right?
Do you remember the day that Logan Long caught him at practice?
I do.
He was like punt return or kickoff return or something, and Logan Long caught him on like the 5.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, and he didn't hear the end of that one.
He's probably still getting crap for that.
There's still a news clip that's floating around of Kane juking me out, and I break my ankles, and somehow the safeties this year pulled it up and were sending it to me.
First touchdown on Scheels Field.
The California boys are showing out early in this game.
Yeah.
Getting it done.
Was that a spiral?
No, no way.
Wow.
That definitely was the loudest that we had been at this facility at that time for sure.
It was the first time that we had fans in the end zone.
Right.
Pretty sweet.
Yep.
I remember looking up and just being dumbfounded at how many people were there and how loud it was, and everybody on their feet at one time during the game.
Chris, another one. Yeah.
Oh. A little crack block there took care of. I don't know who that was.
Was that Belkey?
I think it was Belkey.
Head on a swivel.
Bro, my stomach be tweaking.
Yeah, Sheldon. He also is convinced that if you eat pork, you'd get slower.
Daniel ate a lot of pork in the day, huh?
That explains it.
I have bacon every morning for breakfast.
Yeah.
A whole plate of bacon for lunch, too. Uh-oh.
There we go. Was that a little acting job?
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, you talked about kicking the hive last week. I think he tried to kick that one himself. Get himself going a little bit.
Anything to get himself going. There we go, Zayner.
Big one on a third down.
3rd and 6, I think. That's a good play. Uh-oh, Zane's taking over. We're in the Zane show now.
I thought you were going to jump over that guy. There, no
Whip me right away.
Whip me, that's mine. Play the game. This was my play of the game because I think a lot, and you see it on this drive and a lot this game, a lot of that inside zone. This one we had a huge hole. I believe there's a couple of them on this play up front, and they did a great job of creating holes for Zane. This drive in particular, and Zane had a couple nice cuts, ran through a couple guys as usual. Did a little flip in the back of the end zone just to add a little style point there at the end. Zane's first touchdown on one of many on Scheels Field, so that's why I selected that one.
Scored too soon though, Zane. We gave him 58 seconds.
Yeah, I definitely was nervous playing defense. It was like with this offense, the way they've been moving the ball, they definitely had enough time to score.
Yep.
Bringing that pressure again.
This is a peculiar call, 3rd and 1. Yeah. 45 seconds to go. Interesting.
Yeah. And a big 4th down.
Winona out of timeouts. Nelson. 3-step drop. Being pressured.
No.
And Jake Bussey's gonna
Big
get him.
sack by Buss.
Yes, the whole Bussey.
Classic Bussey celebration right there.
Being at the top of his lungs.
All I know is this is gonna see how this happens, but I don't know if anyone cares at this point. They just want to wait in equal celebrity lookalikes. No offense to how this plays out right here, Schutzy.
Yeah, Big Steve Schutz, what he's famous for.
Yep.
I think that was Darlene.
Was it Darlene?
Was it? Let's give it to Schutz anyway.
Yeah.
He led the nation at one time, so.
Coach, let's take a look at these halftime numbers. I in all the games that I've done, I've never thought that the opponent or someone else should be winning the game, but you're up 14-0. I felt like you could have been behind 50-0 the way Winona State was playing it, but your defense came up huge, and then your offense got going.
Defense was huge. I think, obviously the stops kept us in it. I think it could have unraveled fast, especially in an electric environment, high energy, high pressure. If things don't go well early, that's really tough to come back from, but the defense kept us in. And I think offensively, opportunistic a little bit. I think theme of that team's season was, we were wearing people down, and you saw in the second quarter, the last part of the half, we were able to be effective and run the football and get some points on the board and shoot. Being up 14-0 felt like probably the best gift, the lucky gift that we could have had ever. So we'll definitely take it.
All right, Dragons up 14-0 at the half. Coming up next, it's the Wade Nabe Halftime Show, where you get to vote on who has the best celebrity look-alike. You're watching The Dragon Way.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Get fired up for the new Shop MSUMDragons.com, the official online store of Dragon Athletics, featuring top brands like Under Armour, Adidas, Columbia, and more. Get gear in women's, youth, toddler, and infant sizes, perfect for all of our Dragon fans. Support your favorite Dragon team with Select a logo. Anything custom ships in 72 hours. And take your tailgating to the next level with items like bleacher chairs, tailgate tents, and lawn chairs. Get the gear and support your team with profits going directly to Dragon Athletics from Shop MSUMDragons.com.
When you get a news membership, you get all access. What does all access mean? For one low subscription rate, you can read and view all of the 20-plus Forum Communications news brands, including exclusive members-only live streams and virtual events. Simply become a member to get all your local and regional news from all of our online news sites, e-papers, apps, and more. Discover the benefits of All Access membership today.
Riddle me this. With all this sizzling meat and crunchy veggies nestled between toasty flatbread, who should get credit for Papa John's papadilla? The person who invented pizza or the person who invented folding? Well, whoever it is, a tip of the tongue hat to you, sir or madam. Papa John's papadillas for just $6 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's.
Hi, I'm Wade.
And I'm Abe.
We're joined by Dan Grandy and Zane Medhog, and this is the Wade and Abe halftime show sponsored by B-Dubs. I like B-Dubs. Fellas, what's the hottest wing you can take? Mine is the new Carolina Reaper. Just had it like a month ago.
You know, I've tried the blazing wing. It's pretty hot. I like to go with the mango habanero though. If I'm get a little spice, but not too bad.
I'm not as adventurous as you guys. I go with honey barbecue all the way. Most of the time it's just soaked in ranch. You know, I'm pretty Norwegian. You get too much pepper on something, I think that's pretty spicy.
Yeah, I kind of have a mix between you guys. Mango habanero, but I got to have it soaked in ranch to tame down the hotness. All right, fellas. For today's Wade and Abe show, we're getting famous with celebrity lookalikes from our 2015 team. Here we go.
Oh, boy.
Oh, who's Chris Lee?
Take a guess.
I can't remember. It's the guy.
He's on Bandcamp.
Yes. Stifler.
Yeah. What? Yes.
Yes.
That sounds pretty accurate.
That one's good. Chris Lee just did a little more Shelly neck.
Oh, that's got to be Clay Matthews, right? With the hair.
Got to be. Definitely Clay Matthews.
What do you got growing on your lip?
That thing is nice, man. That's a lot of work.
Fell on some dirt.
That's a beard.
I just wish I could have played football like the guy.
We used to
I hope it's Kenny Rogers.
Kenny G.
Kenny G.
We used to do Kenny G all the time for Shelly.
That's
Oh.
That's the Big Bang Theory?
The big, yeah.
Yeah, he looks like anybody that's got long curly hair, though. Miles.
Kind of looks like the You Betcha guy.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yep.
Wow.
Hey, I think the You Betcha guy should rock the flow again. You should bring that back.
Yeah.
Mix a few
Just
water
a little.
in there.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh man.
The famous Mohawk.
This can't be good.
No.
I don't even have a guess for this one.
Yeah, I'm not.
No one's ever had one.
Mr.
Oh, they went deep on you. Oh, that's tough.
Do we got a Coach Lockway one here?
They should have the Coach Lockway Woody. If you guys want a good Google Woody and a picture of Coach Lockway next to each other. All right, we got to take this to Twitter, though. Who was the best? Well, let's get that vote on Twitter. That's it for the Wade and Abe halftime show sponsored by B-Dubs. The third quarter's coming up after this commercial timeout.
Prosperity is today's investment in tomorrow's promise. The promise of a better way of life. With every act of kindness, every act of creation, and with every act of love, we strengthen our community. And when we stand together as a community, we accomplish the impossible. We can choose to pass through life, or we can choose to pass on a better way of life.
Get fired up for the new shop MSUMDragons.com, the official online store of Dragon Athletics, featuring top brands like Under Armour, Adidas, Columbia, and more. Get gear in women's, youth, toddler, and infant sizes, perfect for all of our Dragon fans. Support your favorite Dragon team with Select a Logo. Anything custom ships in 72 hours. And take your tailgating to the next level with items like bleacher chairs, tailgate tents, and lawn chairs. Get the gear and support your team with profits going directly to Dragon Athletics from shop MSUMDragons.com.
You make me feel good.
Welcome back to the Dragon Way, and coming soon to a theater near you, the Wade and Abe movie. Dragons up 14-0. Time for the third quarter. Sponsored by Midco. Let's go.
That Wade and Abe movie wouldn't be nothing. It'd be like Toy Story, the movie with my look-alike Woody in it. So I don't know. It looked like we got Pat Riley here with us, so Wayne rocking that look.
That's true.
Got the hockey slick back.
You know, I got long from not being able to get a haircut, and I said, let's go with it.
Right? Not a great start to the half here.
That was kind of the theme so far. Things haven't been going super well, but we've been dodging bullets.
First and 19, I guess. There's Cox off left end. He'll slip and then finally get the job.
So Abe, you attest to this one time. Why are quarterbacks the hardest people to tackle? There's a couple in here where he just like doesn't do anything and we miss.
I don't know. I still can't figure it out. I thought it was just Jake Hodge, but but quarterbacks in general, yeah, they just move different or something.
You think it's like something in the defense's brain where we're just like we're not allowed to touch them in practice?
You train not to tackle them, right? Yeah, I mean, not very often you're hitting a quarterback in practice.
You train to run by them, tag them.
Can you imagine how many injuries Hodge would have had if he got tackled in practice?
Imagine how many injuries a guy he's throwing to would have if he was tackled in practice.
Right.
Incomplete. Yeah. You can't touch him. I guess the kickers too.
Yeah, and I really think with a good snap, you
got
that kick off.
10 yards to go.
Yeah, we just slow starts to both halves. That's
they run it. It's Griffin.
Like you said, we got to wear them out first, right?
He said it's 2:20 where I'm at. I'm going to
Must not have been a very good halftime.
Side swipes a couple tacklers.
Well, DC out and running there in the tunnels.
Adam's got to use that block better.
Right?
Hodge.
Hodge getting beat up.
We've run Hodge way too many times already.
Right.
Hodge runs himself too many times.
That's true too.
That was about as far as he could throw the ball there.
That's a big time throw though.
Yeah.
I mean, 14-7. This is a pretty. There we go. Like it.
That's a tough play to defend too. That's some good scheming up there.
So when you call. Coach, when you called the play, I actually had an idea I was probably going to score before that. Just the way the defense was lined up, it was set up perfect.
Yep.
For some reason, I remember like we threw in so many motions in fall camp that that was in the back pocket as a play off of those motions.
Yeah, I think it was Star Wars is what we called it or something like that.
Yeah,
that sounds right.
No.
The names for these plays, you guys, where do you come up with?
It was probably just because it looked like a good picture to put on the board. So we're like, oh, everyone knows what Star Wars is.
Yeah, you normally just go on Google and you just kind of find what works.
If we can barely figure it out, certainly a defense can decode it. Who in their right mind would think it was called Star Wars?
That's the truth.
Nelson throws complete. He hits Mike's.
Yeah, I guess you don't want to make them too easy to decipher.
Well, I think the funny part was those are so ingrained now in my brain that I've been telling some of the guys their routes, and they're like, it's just a say, I'll run a dig, like, and they're like, I don't know what that means.
Every time
come on.
How about every time you see a U-Haul van, do you think of the route?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Every time I see the Colorado State flag.
That's my favorite route is a speed in.
There you go.
If I ever got the ball, that was it.
Yeah, I was going to say all the other ones were just runoff routes, weren't they?
Bad or broken plays.
Or if both those guys go with Corey.
Right.
Still running.
Oh,
Hodge trying to find the first down.
Yeah, this was a first.
so
Oh, he got it.
third and forever.
Hodge throwing long.
Oh, geez.
Oh,
Incomplete. I cannot.
He still had some gas left in his arm right there.
right. First game of the season, and it's not all beat up yet. Oh,
I remember that play, though. We got the PI, and the box guys were just like, run it again. We got to run it again.
and then it's there.
There it is. That's my play, Webby. I'd say big time throw by Jake. You can see he looks off to Adam, throws it 50 yards in the air. We get it to Damon, who later become to be known as Sturge. First touchdown for him in his career. And I think that was a point where we realized we had a new element in our offense where Damon could really stretch the field vertically. Adam had kind of been the guy that got a bunch of targets, and you know, the opposite side of him hadn't gotten very much to that point. And I think that's where that really kick-started things. And Damon obviously went on to have a great career after that.
Third best player on his 9-man team.
yeah.
Not ridiculous.
Minnesota.
3 good college football players.
Did anybody see that that side bump between him and Corey? He had to jump up and then come back down, and then Corey jumped, and then then they hit heads.
Everyone should have just lifted Corey up.
Corey would have undercut him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, empty FIB.
Slinging it.
There we go. There it is, Webby. That's my one play. This is my one play. We got Hodge throwing to Adam deep here. The drive before, we took a shot. His arm must have been feeling really good here from the throwing to Sturge. Then this was another dagger right in the heart to him right before the end of the third here, right to Adam. One of their countless connections throughout the 4 years they played together.
It was just a matter of time. Admittedly, there's some time left, but the Dragons are kind of blowing this one open right now.
Look at that. He even stayed in the pocket.
That is very rare. Jake Hodge in the pocket throwing the ball.
35-10, coach, at the end of 3. Winona State started, and they looked like they were going to take it to you coming out of the halftime locker room, and then your team just got on some kind of roll. And I think as well as the defense coming up with huge plays, especially in the first half, we can make fun of Jake Hodge till the cows come home. But we got to see the genius of what was Jake Hodge.
Yeah, you know, great third quarter. I think, you know, once Damon caught that pass, I think our team really went from hoping to win, or like Abe had said earlier, I was nervous to be out on defense. We're just trying to hang in there. I think we went from hoping to win to realizing, hey, we can do this. We're going to do this. And then I think as Zane said, that was kind of a dagger there that hit Adam on, and Jake obviously played great and put the ball where it needed to be. He had the chance to put the dagger, and he put the dagger in, and it was a great quarter for us.
Did you feel comfortable at this point?
I don't know.
Atlanta blew a Super Bowl up 25, but
I don't ever feel comfortable. I've been, you know, up until this point, there have been some games where we played really well, and there have been some epic debacles too. That's part of, I think, growing a program and learning how to win and put games away. And, you know, to put games away, you have to run the football and pound the clock out and be tough enough and in shape enough to be able to do that and physically take a team's will. And we hadn't been to that point. You know, this is one of those that started to get us to that point.
All right, coming up the fourth quarter, we'll watch the Dragons try to put it away right here on the Dragon Way.
Affinity Plus definitely seems like a credit union that cares about people. I've always had a good time whenever I go into my branch. I feel like I laugh every time. Like if they came into a bar, right, then they would be like the friend that you want to introduce to everybody. I talk about this credit union all the time because I think it's just like a gift to the world, because with my experience in the past, this has been just indescribable.
This is more than a bundle. It's more than a combo deal. It's not just stuff. This is your home, your car. And you want to give them the protection they deserve. With home and auto insurance. State Farm agents get it. It's why they're here.
In Moorhead, talk to State Farm agent Dave Eggers.
When you get a news membership, you get all access. What does all access mean? For one low subscription rate, you can read and view all of the 20-plus Forum Communications news brands, including exclusive members-only live streams and virtual events. Simply become a member to get all your local and regional news from all of our online news sites, e-papers, apps, and more. Discover the benefits of All Access membership today.
Riddle me this, with all this sizzling meat and crunchy veggies nestled between toasty flatbread, who should get credit for Papa John's papadilla? The person who invented pizza or the person who invented folding? Well, whoever it is, a tip of the tongue hat to you, sir or madam. Papa John's papadillas for just $6 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's.
Welcome back to the Dragon Way. I'm Steve DeStatio and Wade, Abe, Coach, and today's guests, former Dragon standouts Dan Grandy and Zane Medhog. Now the fourth quarter, brought to you by Midco. Let's go.
Leading 35-10.
That same route they've been hitting.
You, Abe?
Was it?
You make that tackle? I can't tell.
I think it was.
Oh, man.
Went for the big shot there.
As Cameron Johnson.
They just ran repeat the other side.
Obviously, just so
right.
holding the 10 down. And
them. So 2nd and 6. Nelson wants to put it up. Throws. This play worked all night long. May has been open.
At least he made him cut back.
Yeah.
Johnson in motion. Nelson wants to put it up.
Oh, look at you get tackled there, Abe.
Flag down. Nelson
I'm just watching
steps
you
out
now.
of bounds.
Did it get a holding call? Yeah. Was it me?
Nelson
Let's
not
go.
afraid to throw the football.
This is finally one we're doing on here where you don't have a stocking hat on and nice crispy bars in your trousers.
You're right. I actually had to start playing.
on this team some senior leadership.
Football, got the sideline pass and the snacks all game.
Getting away from Bowl. Running.
It must have been hard up putting you into the game.
Dumped.
We don't have anybody else.
4th and 4.
I don't remember. Oh, here, Webby, this is my play. So I picked this play for a couple reasons. You know, we've all kind of been picking fun at Michael Strand. You know, he's pretty easy to pick fun at, but 4th down here, a big play for the defense. You know, he had missed some tackles. This guy had been catching balls all night, and then Mike comes in here and really just makes a great break on the ball, breaks it up. And this, you know, we talked about the offense putting their dagger in. This was kind of the defense's dagger to hand it over to the offense and say, here, go win the game. We're up 25.
This is a part of the game that I remember the most vividly. This drive where we seemed to just take their will. It was 16 plays, 71 yards. We had the ball for like 8 minutes and 50 seconds, which I don't know who's out of the game, but that's got to be the longest time of possession drive we've had in the last years. So
Remember this?
Zane, what were you saying on that speed option?
Well, we called it, and I saw that safety come flying down. I yelled to Hodge, "Just keep it, man, keep it." And after the play, he was like, "What happened?" He didn't really know. And I said, "If you'd have pitched it, they'd had a fumble for a touchdown."
Troublesome aspect.
Glad we used all our play of the games. We should have taken that one.
Right.
You just got lit up.
So there's always that hope that someday.
It actually didn't hurt that bad though.
Would have been a targeting and injection, and now,
right?
back in the old days,
Yeah.
we played.
Tough guy football right there, huh?
Yeah.
This is a big fourth down.
A top 4th and 1, you give it back to them and allow them to keep fighting to dig into the game, or do you get a first down and then do what we did. I mean, 8 minutes and 57 seconds on the clock. Mathematically, probably worth it. Up 25, obviously
Right.
not worth it. If it's 24, you probably don't, because it's a 3-score game.
Right.
First down and more.
You see nice
I
guy
remember.
like pancake the dude and went to help him up.
And looks like Winona State's got it.
Big nice guy Benin.
Yeah, Bennon's the softest bear, but man, he was a good player.
They certainly had the right
mention tonight. How about this offensive line?
Watch Kane run. Kane can be like on his head and his legs are still moving.
Manufactured by the Dragons. They throw.
Yeah, speaking of alignment, I found it crazy. Benin and Troy never missed a game. They played on basically every down their whole career.
That is phenomenal.
Yeah, that's incredible. Especially in this offense, like 100 plays a game at times. Like I remember the Upper Iowa game when Troy. I mean, he died a heat.
I love this play too. 4th and 9. We didn't even have a play called. We were just doing double cadence, burning some time off the clock. Going to take a timeout. They jump off sides and then we get a touchdown. That was. Damon was kind of the master of that play too. Jump off sides, throw it up, see what happens.
Right. Well, Hodge knew exactly where to throw this thing, right? Just get it to this giant farmer boy that's going to go up and get it.
Yeah, the torch got passed. Started to get passed from Adam to Damon here.
Right.
Well, there's limited options. You can throw the jump ball to Corey and Hunter.
Hey, don't forget Peanut.
Right.
I think we led the nation in receivers under 5'8" that year. We even call you under 5'8" barely, Dan, just for your 40 time.
You know,
keeping it under 5'8".
The 40 time wasn't under 5'8".
Yeah.
Hey, this was the game you broke your collarbone like 2 days before practice, or no?
No, I had a broken bone in my wrist. And the day of the game, I went to the doctor and they said, "Yeah, you're not playing." And I went, "What?" Like, no, like this is an opener. Like this is huge. Like you have no idea. And she was just like, "Yeah, no, you're not playing. There's a bone that's broken in your wrist." I said, "I don't care." Like, so yeah, I had a hat on in this one.
You steal Abe's hat to wear?
Right.
Actually, I think I did. I think it was at the white flat brim Dragons hat. I think I still got it hanging up here. Actually,
I had an assortment of sideline hats for my first year. So,
Coach, you take a look at these final numbers. Did turnovers ever mean so much when trying to define a game? Those 2 turnovers in the first quarter just stick out.
Without a doubt, and that plays a big part in every game. Taking care of the football and on offense, getting the football away when you're on defense, and we didn't turn the ball over, and I think that's a sign of a disciplined team, a team that pays attention to detail, that respects the ball, that respects their teammates. Because we don't necessarily say take care of the ball. We talk about taking care of the team, because if you don't take care of the ball, you do not take care of the entire team, and you can cause a loss. And so I think credit to our guys. We did those little things and got a win.
Winona State was good. They've always been under Tom Sawyer, including playoff appearances. This team was pretty good. Beat them by 25. Electric atmosphere, opening night. Did you feel, hey, you know what? We might have something cooking here?
I think it was one of those that I don't know that we necessarily looked ahead after that game, but really soaked it in of this was a big moment. And we probably dodged a couple bullets, more than a couple, but gosh darn, did we get it done. And we got it done, I would say convincingly in the second half. The second half maybe didn't start well, but the last quarter and a half, we looked like we belonged. We looked like we deserved to win. And I think that was a satisfying moment of, hey, we are for real. We're on a for real field now, and it looks like it. We're in a for real atmosphere. And you know what? It was a big step for our program.
Yeah, my stat of the game didn't have anything to do with an 8-minute and 50-second drive, although that sounds pretty tasty. How about this 42-17 win was the first home victory over Winona State since a 38-13 win on September 26, 1992. So a little coincidental, both 25-point wins.
Probably didn't have most of the guys that were playing in the game even born in 92. So obviously it'd been quite a while.
All right. Enjoyed this game. Let's do a little Go Team reminiscing and watch this game. Cue it up, Webby. Coach, pretty fun stuff to watch. Out of everything we just witnessed, could you pick out one thing that stood out the most?
I think it was everything in general that has to do with being a great teammate. And that's one of the things we talk about in the Dragon Way. The atmosphere was electric. The crowd was there. They were into it. You talk about being a great teammate. Our players picked each other up. The defense held it together. The offense got it going. We took care of the football. That's being a great teammate. Shoot, you look and go, having the field itself said that we had great teammates that believed in our university, believed in our football program, our community. It just was everybody. And they say, it takes a village. And I think it does take a village, not just to win a football game, but to build a program, to build a mentality, to build a culture, and to build something that people can be a part of and rally around that's bigger than themselves. And I think that was kind of on display tonight, and that was exciting. That's humbling to be a part of, and it's fun to be a part of something that so many people believe in. And so it was all about being a great teammate to me.
Shane, you got the first touchdown, your first touchdown of your brilliant career, playing in this game in front of this atmosphere. Just how did you soak in this victory?
Just the atmosphere of the whole going into the game with the fans all over the field. I had a bunch of, being from the area, I had friends and family at the game. That was a huge part. And then as Coach said earlier, Winona was a good team. And to we took it to them there towards the end. There's kind of a realization that, hey, we're here not to be taken lightly anymore, and we're here to stay.
Dan, what'd you think watching this game from the sidelines?
I really wanted to be out there, enjoy it with them. No, but I was so pumped for how well everybody did. I mean, like Coach said, it was a team win. You know, a lot of firsts happened on there, including our first Winona victory at home, like you said, first win on our turf field, and I just think it was a big one. And I think everybody could feel that, you know, in the middle of the game, during the game, before the game, that something was going to happen there. And I know I did, and I wasn't even necessarily a part of it between the lines, but I did my fair chirping and cheering on the sideline to help those guys out. So it was just huge.
Yeah, Dan, well put. This was one of my favorite games of all time, just because of everything we just watched. I mean, the electricity and the fact that, you know what, something really, really fun is building here at MSUM. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Coach, final thoughts?
You know, kind of like you guys said, something good is just about to happen. You know, that's a theme that we talked about, you know, a lot through some of the dark times, to do things that hadn't been done before or done in a long time. Certainly did those things. It was just a special day in our program, and special, you know, for those guys that were able to play in it, and proud that they got that opportunity and that memory with them.
All right, guys. Many, many thanks to Dan Grandy, Zane Medhog for joining us today, as well as Coach Steve Lockway, Wade Youngbloom, and Abe Rourke. And thank you to Coach Chris Needham and the entire Dragon football coaching staff. Our executive producer of the Dragon Way is John Webking. Alex Nelson is our director. And for all the great folks at Go Team Productions, I'm Steve DeStacio. Thank you for watching the Dragon Way.
If you missed any of today's show, please visit msumdragons.com/thedragonway for all episodes, highlights, as well as game broadcasts in their entirety. We're back right here on WDAY Extra in 2 weeks on Tuesday, November 10th at 6:30 p.m. to watch the 2016 matchup against the Northern State Wolves. Thank you again to all of our sponsors for their support. Stay safe, and of course, go Dragons!
This broadcast is copyright Minnesota State University Moorhead and presented by Dragon Athletics. All rights reserved.